everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, it's always bothered Trump that he didn't win the popular vote in the 2016 elections. And he has blamed it without any evidence on voter fraud, even though there's been no proof of that. He says it like it's a sure thing. The Republicans have been talking about voter fraud for years, again, without any proof. The fact is that voter fraud is almost impossible to do effectively enough to affect an election. In order to commit voter fraud, you would have to get thousands of people to show up at polling places all around the country without anybody noticing it. The only kind of election fraud that actually happens that has been proved is the kind the Republicans do, trying to suppress the vote, trying to get people to not vote because they think they'll be arrested if they do, that kind of thing. But once again, Trump is talking about voter fraud, and I will explain why a little bit later. The Republicans did manage to keep the Senate in the last election, but they lost 40 seats in the House, which was a pretty big loss for both Trump and his party. And even with a pretty strong economy right now, Trump's approval ratings have remained pretty low, around 40%, which is not impossible to get him elected, but it's sure not a sure thing. And now there are a lot of warning signs that the economy is getting wobbly. Trump's tax cuts did not result in a big growth spurt as he and the Republicans predicted. Just the opposite. What happened was big business did not use the extra money that they got from the tax cuts to invest in or expand their businesses. And they certainly did not give their workers any pay raises. Instead, they hung on to that cash because Trump's unpredictability and incompetence scares the shit out of them. And Trump's trade wars have resulted in a global economic slowdown. China might get most of the attention, but you have to remember that Trump's trade war isn't just with China. It's with Europe, it's with Asia, it's even Africa. And despite Trump's prediction that trade wars are easy to win, the rest of the world is not about to cave in to Trump. So if everybody who was expecting a quick and easy deal, well, they're still waiting. Our farmers are in big trouble. Needed a huge bailout this year, and they're probably going to need one next year because they're not selling anything. Customers that they took years to develop relationships with and cultivate have been lost because of the tariffs. There are tons of beef and various kinds of meat, soybeans, wheat, fruits, and vegetables just rotting in silos because our farmers can't send them overseas. And even though it's been slow right now, prices are rising. The economy is still in pretty good shape, but it's showing signs of weakening. The stock and bond markets are declining, and even with a strong economy, Trump will have a 50-50 chance of winning in 2020. If the economy weakens, the only hope Trump will have is Russia actually hacking the election and changing people's votes, because he's not going to be able to win an election that's free and fair, that's for sure. And this is why Trump is talking about voter fraud again. Trump realizes he has a real good chance of losing in 2020. and he doesn't want to step down. He wants to claim that the election was rigged and refuse to leave office. And the Democrats should be planning for that. They should have their plan set in place. So if Trump loses, which he probably will, and he tries to create a constitutional crisis, then the new president should order that the Secret Service withdraw their protection from Trump. And then a detachment of Marines should be sent to the White House to remove Trump and take him to Gitmo, where he can stay for the rest of his days. Thanks for listening. Well, I want to thank you all for watching my videos. But there are certain changes that Google has made to YouTube, which, since I'm a smaller channel, means that I can't monetize my videos. So I found places where I can. So instead of watching my videos here on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you go either to Patreon or to Top Buzz. They let me monetize videos, and I don't even have to put commercials on. So, if you want to become a patron on Patreon, that's fine. If you don't, you can still watch the videos there. I've just kind of given up on YouTube. YouTube is just a place that I use so that I can put my videos in other places. So, Patreon, Top Buzz, the links are in the description box. Thanks a lot.